Guys, you have got to farm out all of the free-to-play characters available during this Daima celebration. They are good. This is a quick video to let those of you know who may not necessarily be focusing on Dokkan as much right now, since we're currently in the, the darker times of Dokkan as we get closer to the 11th anniversary. Some of y'all just might be doing the bare minimum, logging in, doing missions, if that. But some of y'all may not just be aware that this celebration is a really, really good one when it comes to free-to-play. Because we have 2 free-to-play EZAs and 2 solid new free-to-play characters. And then we also have the manga Goku, who is another thing, but I'll save that for a different video. But these 4 characters, everybody must farm out. Because eventually, when we get more Daima pieces, or just in general, Dragon Ball Seekers, these characters are really, really good. Especially these 2. Like, I'm very surprised at how well these 2 perform without an EZA. The standard, when it comes to free-to-play characters, has increased so much that these guys without EZAs are so good. When they get their EZAs, they're going to be even better. So let's talk about how to obtain all of them, and it has to do with the story event, the Dragon Ball Daima story event. There is a new farmable currency that you get on stage 12. Nope. Stage 15. Nope. 16. Close enough. This one. It's called Modulite. I'm calling it Kryptonite. It looks like a leaf stone / shiny stone or whatever. So whatever you want to call it, this is the thing that you need to be farming out. The drop rate is pretty generous, and it was pretty easy to farm out everything that I needed to and then some. So we're going to go for the full breakdown on how much you need for each of these. This is the shop. So it shows that you need 400 for Panzy, 400 for Glorio, you need 400 for the metal, 400 for the metal, and then you have more stuff down here. You could buy all these too if you want, but the main thing is to get this. How do you do this? You need 1 medal of each to awaken this character to its TUR level, and then you need 14 copies of the actual unit in order to fully max it out, if you care about that sort of thing. So what I did is I wrote a full breakdown for what you need. For Panzy, 2000 Kryptonite is needed to get 5 copies. If you don't care about farming the super attacks that way, this should be all you need. So 2000 just to get 5 copies, then you could use your, Elder Kaiser or whatever if you want. If you want to go the full shebang and farm it out fully free to play, 56 Modulites are needed to get 5 copies and super attack 10. On average, every run that I was doing on the story event, I was getting about 800. Yeah, on average, about 800 Modulite per run. And that was with a full LR Dragon Ball Seekers team and with the support memories that give you the boost. Actually, you know what? I should show you guys. Let me just show you, because those of you watching might not be too aware. So if we go to events, go to story events, and then we go to stage 16 right here. So the 3 bonus drop support memories are the Oolong, the Bola Vegeta from GT, and the 18 and Krillin. And basically the amount of time that it took for me to do all the runs to burn out these 3 support memories was enough for me to get like 40,000 Modulite. It was really easy to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just do one run real quick just to show you how easy it is. So what I basically do is I dwindle down these support memories evenly. Okay, so let's just run through it. I'm gonna go ahead and skip. These drop by the 200s. All right, so this one's done, and we got 1,000. We got 1,000 Modulite just from this run. We had max bonus drop, 245%. So we had 2 guaranteed bonus things, and then 45% for an extra. And then, yeah, this is what we got. So 1,000, that brings my total to 24,000. So that took me 30 seconds. So now with all of those, we're going to go into the treasure shop. Ooh, hello. We're going to go into the treasure shop, and then we're going to find Modulite right there. And you can buy whatever you need. So let's go back here and check out the spread. We need 5,600 to get full super attack 10 and 5 copies. You need 400 to get the awakening medal. Only 1 medal is required to Dokkan awaken this unit from the SSR to the TUR. You do need a little bit more. You do need 3 medals for the Goku for Panzy, and you need 3 medals of the Vegeta for Glorio. And so when you do that, 6,000 total for Panzy. To max out Panzy, fully free to play, you need 6,000 Modulite. For Glorio, you also need 6,000 because it's the exact same thing. So in total, you need 12,000 Kryptonite in order to get the max for Glorio and Panzy. This unit is not getting an EZA, so you do not have to do the Super Attack 5 thing. In fact, you don't even have to do that anymore, because now that we had this update, you don't even have to farm the Super Attack 5 in advance. This is going to take some time for me to get used to. I'm going to have to stop doing that. So if you do want to just farm out 5 more copies for whenever the unit does get a Dokkan or an EZA in the future, you can. You don't have to, because the event, I think this event is going to stick around. And if it doesn't, I mean, whenever it comes back, it'll be easy. But then aside from that, other things that you could pick up, I would recommend you guys go for the 14,000 to get the 2 Elder Kais. Might be a little pricey, but again, since the effort required is so minimal and it takes no time at all to do this, I would recommend you do that. And then, you know, if you want to also get some awakening medals, these are always harder to pick up for newer players. So if you can get this, although if you're a newer player, chances are you probably don't have enough of those LRs, so the drop rate might be a little bit less, which might take you a few more runs. But after that, you're good to go. So it doesn't take much time, very low effort, very high net positive by doing this. Please farm out these characters. This Glorio is easily dropping 24-25 million on my teams with max links. Panzy is rocking 9, starts off at like 9 million attack stat. And then once you get this attack plus 200% bonus with a guaranteed additional super attack, you will see the massive boost. And so I was going on average from like 10 million attack stat to like 17 million while doing crit. This unit is very, very good. 80% dodge base, depending on how much more you give. I think I'm probably going to do a full hidden potential review video for this celebration. I'm going to wait till everything else comes out. But for now, I guess I can show you guys my builds for these characters. So actually, you know what? While I'm here, let me buy this. Okay. Let me buy these. Let me buy those. I still have 8,000 Modulite left over. I'm going to buy some of these. And then I'm going to get some more Zene. Okay. So let's go over my team and let's talk about the hidden potential build. So Panzy, full dodge. So give her even more dodge, because the whole point of her is to dodge and cause status effects. She can stun, she can seal, she can nerf, she can do everything. So she is more than likely going to be your slot 1, if not slot 2, but I would recommend slot 1 because, you know, 80%, 80+%. With my 25, I am actually looking at a 85% chance to dodge collectively because of this backup 25. And then 12 hidden potential for additional, because I'm always going to be getting that crit on the second super if the status effect hits. That's enough. I don't need to do more. She's not meant to be a damage dealer. She's a facilitator. So I don't need to give her critical. So this is my build for Panzy. And then for Glorio, this guy has 50% chance to dodge, 50% damage reduction when all things go well. Also, you have attack plus 200% high chance to crit when the enemy's HP is 70% or less. Such a low barrier of entry. It's just basically when the enemy experiences wear and tear, this guy gets more lethal, and he does a good amount of damage. He does not need to be a slot 1. He doesn't even need to be a slot 2. He could be a slot 3. Whenever he's around Panzy, you know, they have some nice links because you get like Brainiacs and stuff like that. For this one, honestly, you don't need to do much dodge, actually, because he's got 50%. But the reason why I went for max dodge is just because at 50% passive, it's a coin flip. So half of the time, your hidden potential dodge could factor in. So with a 50% base passive dodge, hidden potential being 20, that means collectively, I'm looking at a 60% chance to dodge. Because this is the situation where your dodge is probably going to be the most useful. That's why I wanted to give him a little bit more consistency. But if he's going to be in the slot 2 or slot 3, he's going to be launching multiple supers. So he's going to be raising his stats. That plus 50% damage reduction, he's going to be fine in most cases. So you don't have to necessarily go full dodge because he's free to play. I just wanted to give him more dodge just to be safe. But I did also give him some attack boosts because he's really, really strong. You'll see, if you haven't seen my showcases, check him out. This guy was putting up like Dokkan Fest level numbers. It was incredibly shocking. And that too, that was at 55%. He was putting up some shocking numbers. So dodge and additional. Oops. Dodge and additional. Next up, I didn't talk about this in terms of how to get them, but they're very, very easy. They're very easy to get. You can get these two also from the Daima story event. This one takes a little bit more grinding, but it's not that bad. Both of these characters can be obtained. Everything can just be obtained from this story event. All of them. So Vegeta is the defensive unit. Goku is the offensive unit. 10 medals needed to Dokkan Awaken to the SSR. 10 medals to Dokkan Awaken to the TUR. Then you have to do the Extreme Z area to get all of the necessary components to Extreme Z Awaken him. Same goes for the Goku. Also, fun fact, really cool sticker effect. Reminds me of how it looked in the show. Not close, but you know, looks pretty cool. So this guy's the combo unit. This is meant to be a slot 2. This guy will launch multiple supers. He only has damage reduction, but he launches a bunch of supers. Eventually, they both develop guaranteed crit. The Vegeta is meant to be the slot 1 if you're running a rotation with these two, but he doesn't have to be. So it kind of feels like he should be, but especially once he maxes out his stats, he doesn't have to be. Because I think with guard and 30% damage reduction, launching multiple supers, he's actually going to be fine. And in order to build up this part of the passive, he has to either dodge or receive the attack. So early on, you are kind of running a risk by putting him in slot 1. While he does have 70% chance to dodge, and then depending on whatever extra dodge you give him, if he were to get hit with guard, 30% damage reduction, and no stats gained, could be bad. Like if you get hit with a frame 1 super attack, that's GG. But if on the first appearance you give this guy a couple of supers under his belt first, and then he gets hit, yeah, it might still hurt, but not nearly as bad. But this guy is still good. They have both proven themselves to be very effective in both of my showcase videos. So I would highly recommend you guys farm them out because, again, even if you don't have a Daima team, these guys both fit Pure Saiyans, Dragon Ball Seekers, Time Travelers, for whatever stupid reason. So yeah, make sure you guys get them. How do you build them? Simple. Goku is the damager. Give him max. Well, you could go max additional, but I went max dodge because he only has 30% damage reduction. So 25% dodge is just a backup. You don't have to. If you want to go full additional, you can, just so he launches more. But since he's already doing that, launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a 30% chance of becoming a super, launches an additional super attack right here. I feel like he's covered. Crit is guaranteed. So I just gave him dodge because free to play. Stats are lower. You know, horrible things could happen. That's what I did here. 25 dodge, 12 additional. And then Vegeta, I went max dodge because he will more likely be the slot 1 unit. So with his 70% dodge and the backup 25%, that gives him a collective 77.5 chance to dodge. And he's got guard, he's got some damage reduction, but if he's in the slot 1, that 30% damage reduction might not be the most secure. After he supers, he would be fine, but before that, maybe not. So gave him all dodge. I guess I should have just said that. Moral of the story is give him all dodge. They're all free to play. Give him dodge just in case. Like, it's not even about what they do. It's just that free to play units stats are lower. Look at this. 8,940 defense. This guy, this is summonable, 12,550. Like, the stats are just lower. And when these guys get their EZAs, I mean, they're going to be far less of a defensive liability, but still, you can never be too safe. I did the same thing. I did the same thing for all of my Rose clones. All my Rose clones have 20 dodge. They are, except for this guy, because he's got 90%. 20, 20, 20, 20. Nah, 20. So, I'm all done. I'll do a full hit of potential video at the end of the celebration once we get all the manga characters. Maybe I'll wait till part 2. I'm not sure. But moral of the story is fantastic free to play. Get them all ASAP. Don't wait. Please. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on these free to play Daima characters. How impressed are you with what they can do? How do you build all of them? Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you want to see more of myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.